In this video, I'm going to show you the location settings on the Uniden SDS100. Just turning it on here, and it's loading in the nationwide there. So what you do, there's a button on the side. That's kind of your menu button here. You can press that and come up here to your knob, your multi-function knob here, and you go to set your location. From there, you could enter a zip code. So you push that, either US or Canada, and you could pick whatever one, and then you could enter your zip code from there. And then when you enter your zip code, you could hit the E button, enter, yes, whatever. If you want to back out of that, you can hit that side button and it backs you out. So you could enter a zip code and it will bring up everything around your zip code. Another way of your location is you can do an auto locate. Okay, and what's that's going to do, it takes a while because people need to be talking. So auto locate, what it's doing, it's searching, it's not searching, it's listening for the P25 repeaters. So right now it's scanning the P25 repeaters, it's listening, and once it picks one up, however many times, I don't know, but it'll choose a P25 repeater in your area that you're in, and it will get the location off of that P25 repeater. And then what will happen is it will ask you, like, is this location correct? And you could say yes, you know, it'll hit the E button or the yes button or the no button, you know, and it'll bring up everything within 30 miles of the repeater that you received on the scanner. So that's another way of doing it. It takes longer to do the auto locate, but that's what it works. You could also come in here and set a manual location. So you can set whatever location in there you want, and you know, your lat and long and whatnot, and that'll work. You could also set up your GPS that plugs into the side here, and a GPS. I have the GPS, the powered GPS, that's hooked up in my vehicle. So when I get my vehicle, I could plug it in. And the cool thing about the powered GPS, it also supplies power to the radio itself, so you're not burning through battery. And then of course you have an option whether to charge it when the radio's on, or not to charge when the radio's on. It's your choice. You go into a setting and you could fix it. So you could set up your GPS that way. The serial port here, I found that it works on 4800 and 9600. Those are the only two I've tested. They both seem to work really well. I use 9600, and it works really well. It works great. So that's how you would set up your GPS. Just 4800, 9600, they both work just fine. I do 9600, it's a little faster. I see zero difference on here, but they both work. Okay. So if you got your GPS set up, or you entered your zip code, or you did the auto locate, you go to here and you could set range. Okay, it defaults at 10 miles, but you could go in here and, like, if you're mobile in your car, you don't want to hear 10 miles out. You just don't. You're going to listen to a lot of dead space that your scanner is not going to hear, or it's going to be really scratchy if it's FM. So what I do when I'm mobile, I'm not at the house, I push in 0, 1, enter. So it'll process. And now it's here. Let me shut this down. So let me turn it down here, so it's not picking anything up. So it's more than a mile from your car. 1 mile, it's more, right? It's more like the county. So just kind of picture the county about a mile line from the county. Really, I mean, honestly, because sometimes I pick up repeaters that are, um, like 10 miles away, even though I'm on a 1 mile setting. It just pops up, and I know these repeaters around me, and I know for a fact it's like 10 miles as the bird flies. So 1 mile is just fine. I do 1 mile when I'm mobile. Now, when I'm at the QTH and I want to listen to a wide area, you can do 50 miles. Okay, it does 0 miles to 50 miles. If you wanted to do 22 miles, you could do 22 or 13 or whatever you want to do. You could put it in there. So, that is the location for these radios here. You can edit your location. You could enter a new location, so you could have multiple locations saved on here. So let's see, if the only way you want to do it is by auto locate, you could save your auto locate. You know how it uses the P25 repeaters, and it'll get the location off that repeater. So you could save different locations. So if you're flying back and forth between Seattle, Washington, and Portland, Maine, you can save those two on here and just switch between the two. Yeah, so here's the save. You could enter a name for the save using the keypad here, or you could spin the dial and you could save a name. I don't save my locations because I'm either here at the house or I'm in the mobile driving around, so I don't save any locations. So that is your location settings. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything to add, leave a comment below. Thanks for checking out the Uniden Bearcat SDS100 location settings.